നിങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാം മാന്യ സദസ്സിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും തന്നെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കുറച്ച് മുതിർന്നവർക്കെല്ലാം ഓണത്തിനെ പറ്റി അതിൻ്റെ കഥയെപ്പറ്റിയും അതിൻ്റെ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം അറിയാമെന്നറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇന്നത്തെ എൻ്റെ ഓണം മെസ്സേജ് geared toward the younger generation. So please allow me to speak in English. Dear friends and our dear children, let me ask all of you, what strikes you first when you hear about the Onam celebration? What comes to your mind? Come on. Children here. Whose name comes to you? Mahabali? Pokalam? Vallangalai? Yeah. Yes. All those things jump into us. Mahabali. Actually, Onam is the biggest festival of Kerala. Now, that is not alone the biggest festival. It is one way very special to all of us, because one festival which is really can be called secular. All religious groups participate actively in the celebration of Onam. We believe that there is a mythology associated with Onam. That is why we all know the story of Mahabali and Vamana. Indeed, Hindu holy books talk about it and teach about them both. I am not going to explain or describe the story as such because we hear this every year. My purpose is here to deliver a few messages like things we can learn from this story of Mahabali. So in order to do that, let me talk one sentence about Mahabali. Mahabali was indeed an Asura king who always had conflicts with Devas. But of course, a very mighty warrior. So he started to fight and expand his kingdom. Now we know as Malayalis, we love Mahabali. You just saw Mahabali arriving to wish all of us good luck. And he was very happy to see everybody healthy and happy and prosperous. Now, but how did Mahabali, a mighty Asura king, become so beloved to his people? That is the thought I want to throw first to you. Now, that part of the story I want to highlight. Mahabali was ruling and he was expanding his kingdom. He was not just the king of Kerala. Why he started conquering his neighbors? He started and ultimately we believe he was the king of all three worlds. Then he set sights on the heavens. But one day, Mahabali came back after a conquest. He was very victorious. He amassed wealth from his enemies he grabbed. And at that time, as you all know, always like advisors for our president here and prime minister in India, always there are very learned men advising the kings. They call them preceptors. And Mahabali's preceptor was Sukracharya, very learned man, very wise man. Now, one day he came back to victorious journey coming after the war. He brought all the wealth under the feet of his teacher or advisor and said, Gurudev, my teacher, please accept this because you are responsible. You guided me throughout my journey to be the great Emperor Mahabali. So this is my Guru Dakshina or token of gratitude. You know what that old man told him? O mighty king, this belongs to the subjects. It doesn't belong to you to just donate to me. I will also ask 2 gifts from you at this time. He said, I would like you to establish a kingdom of righteousness. I would like a kingdom where there is no poverty, no illness. People are happy, prosperous, and peaceful always. That was the request made by the teacher or advisor to the king. King Mahabali thought about it. He said, what else I can do? And the teacher said, you must start an yajna. Yajnam is a special ritual, religious prayer conducted. So he invited all the neighboring kingdoms, all subjects and ministers under his leadership. It is said that it was conducted on the shore of the Narmada River, which is in Gujarat, central India. So he called everybody and said and ordered, proclaimed that from today on, there is no one who will lie in my kingdom. There is nobody who is going to be poor. And he took a vow of charity, giving. Anyone coming to me will not be denied the request. They will get what they want in my kingdom. People started getting wealth. He divided the wealth among the subjects. He went to the nook and corner of each village in his kingdom to sense the welfare of his subjects. People started to be happy. They became prosperous. They loved King Mahabali. That's how he established the kingdom. Now from this part of the story, the rest of the story you all know. The gods in the heavens started thinking about it. His position is growing. He started to set sights on the heavens. So the Vishnu, the Lord Vishnu, came down, asked Vamana, you all know the story, I'm not going to tell in detail, asking 3 feet of land to sit and meditate in, which he got very easily because King Mahabali was known to be a man of words. So he got 3rd foot, he couldn't get anywhere, so he just placed the foot, and Mahabali knelt and he was pushed down to the underworld, which is called Padalam. And that's from where Mahabali came to be. So 2 things I want to say as message from this story. 1, you see Mahabali as a very mighty king. He got almost everything he wanted in his life. Then he started to desire the undeserving. He started to aim at the heavens to become godlike. See what is happening in him? Just like all of us. Sometimes ego takes over our lives. When ego starts leading you, it is going to bring you a downfall. That is what happened to Mahabali. That's one lesson from that story. But then same time, second lesson, obedience. When he understood what he did, what did he do? He accepted the just punishment for it. He knelt in front of the God. As soon as he understood it was God Almighty or Vishnu standing. He just knelt and asked, oh Lord, please put your 3rd foot on my head. And before he went down, he asked one last request. That is what he wanted. Come down every year, permit me to come and see my subjects in Kerala, Malayalam Nadu, and then wanted to see them happy. That's why we celebrate Onam. Now the other side. So these are 2 points from that part of the story of Mahabali. Second part is the celebration of Onam in Kerala. As you all know, it is a 10-day celebration starting in the temple in Thrissur on Attam Nal. That's a huge celebration with floats, and actually that temple is dedicated to Vamana. So Onam is connected there. And then it ends with a big celebration in this capital city, Trivandrum. Now, one important thing, inevitable, every one of you know, is Pookalam. Any part of Kerala you go, especially in rural areas, each house will have a Pookalam in front of their home. Beautiful decoration, beautiful. And it is said, and we understand, it symbolizes, as I mentioned, it is a secular celebration. It symbolizes harmony between people. We know that the ladies and young children from the houses go, collect fresh flower petals, different flowers, different colors, and what a creation they designs. All those, every day they start putting more layers and layers. Of course, it has the religious part also. Hindu families will bring the deities of Mahabali or Vamana in the center and then put in a mount, and it grows for the 10 days. So Pookalam has a connection with harmonious living. And then comes clothes. Everybody in Kerala, you know, spend money to buy clothes during this festival. And oldest lady of a family must give it as a gift to his children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces. And then comes to the people who labor in your land. They all get new clothes. Vastra. Vastra means heart. So, When we put a new cloth, it has a symbolism of renewal of your heart. Put something new, make it new, so that the old and dirt will go away and we replace it with new. What is old in our minds? Jealousy, hatred, ill thoughts. We all have part of that, our life. So that is what symbolizes new clothes. Then comes the most important part, which we are all going to enjoy after this program, Onam. One of the best, sumptuous, most sumptuous, complete meal, vegetarian meal prepared and given. And all of you who are sitting in front of me, except the children, you have experienced, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, during Onam, we celebrate by preparing a great meal one of those days. Now you also know that during that celebration or feast, you do not eat it yourself. Just not your family, you invite your friends, neighbors, relatives. What does that tell us? Your blessings, share it with others. That is a lesson of that feast actually. And these 4 or 5 things, I take it from the celebration of Onam. A word of advice to my beloved children here. You are all in middle schools, high schools and colleges. Lot of opportunities come and knock at your door when you are in college and high schools for helping others. Count your blessings and share your blessings with others. Go to soup kitchen, go to Salvation Army. Help and the needy in your community where you live. Uplift the needy. The need of your society must be considered. Very important to learn from the Onam celebration. Mahabali comes every year because he was obedient to God. And he also was a benevolent king because he shared his wealth. He took a vow of charity, giving. That's a great lesson we learn from Onam celebration. Now I would like to conclude with one sentence which I always keep in my mind. It hurts me. There's a saying, the excellence of life is not in becoming better than others. The excellence of life is not getting better than others. It is in getting better than your former self. With that thought, I wish you all a happy Onam. Sit back, relax, enjoy the night. Thank you very much.